Much love, my brothers and sisters, back once again to lift our spirits and keep us maintaining on that high vibration. And welcome, my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute! And may the great Creator keep making you powerful, and may thy protect ourselves, protection from ourselves, for ourselves. Y'all already know that that's very important to me because you never know what's to come or what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis. And welcome to another EBX discussion. And let's get into it because I appreciate my brothers and sisters that take the time to listen, or whoever deemed to listen, because you took the time out of your day to stop and listen to another EBX discussion. And we better be staying strong out here, and we better be staying focused on ourselves, our children, and always playing out scenarios, because playing out scenarios can save your life. And I've lived this. And loyalty also can benefit you. You can benefit from being loyal. And being loyal is being loyal to yourself when you're being true. Now, when I'm speaking loyal, I'm talking righteously. I'm not talking about being loyal to nothing bad. Being loyal and linking yourself to nothing but positive energy. And whatever you're facing, via negative, via positive, always play out the scenario. And over time, you will be able to do this. But you have to practice it, study yourself, study others, study your surroundings, keep yourself focused. And when I talk about these things, I don't mean never have fun. And because I know on a lot of these podcasts and videos, I'm pretty deep. Because when you've been through the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and you've accumulated that wise way of thinking, because what I've learned from brothers and sisters, and one particular brother I've learned this from, we are wise, not dumb. So I like how that rhyme. And of course, if you listen to watch some of my videos here on my channel, you'll see I do music. So rhyming words, you'll hear that come from me time to time. Come from me or out of me from time to time, excuse me. But I was saying that because I do that a lot. I'll rhyme words, but that's just in me, and that's a part of knowing thyself. When one knows thyself, there's many gifts that you'll manifest, and a gift that a lot of us that are awakened that we manifest is observation, which I've done a podcast video on observation, the power of it, the art of it, and this goes hand in hand with playing out scenarios. And but back to what I said, we have to be wise and not dumb. And I learned this from a great brother. And I will always acknowledge, little sayings and quotes and phrases I've heard. If I've heard them from someone, I would acknowledge that I heard it from them. We have to appreciate each other's information and not take it as our own, as that we came up with. It's okay to do that. That's how you keep yourself filtered. And again, playing out scenarios will help you with this. If you don't just jump off your emotions or your impulses. Because again, like I've said so many times, our impulses is what get us in trouble. And that could be any culture. But unfortunately, it happens more than not in the black culture. Because I will always go back to I'm a black man. So I will always state and talk about issues within the black culture. And, I observe a lot of cultures, but my main focus is the black culture because I am a black man. I know what it's like to be black. So I will always speak on any issues, if any, in the black culture. But overall, I'm for truth. And that's something there I've learned from another brother. We have to be about truth and not just be, not just stuck on one thing. Be truth about everything, just be about truth, period. And everything else will fall into place. And guess what will help you with this, ladies and gentlemen? Scenarios. And it's a lot of unfortunate brothers and sisters, young and old. In some cases, if they would have played out scenarios, their life would have went a different direction. Now, this can go for people who have passed, may they rest in peace and in power, or this could go for those individuals that are alive and suffering because of not playing out the scenarios. Now, some of us come back from a downfall, and unfortunate, some of us don't. And the ones that, then you have those that bounce back from a fallback. You have those that bounce back but are still traumatized from the fallback, because the ones that aren't traumatized, they learn to play out those scenarios, and they learn to live and not worry about death. Life is meant to be lived and never endured. We should never have to endure life, never be afraid of death. Smile at death. Death smiles at us all the time. Again, and I heard this from someone, a great quote. Death smiles at us all the time, but guess what? We can smile right back. We have to live, because death is inevitable. It's going to happen. So all advice I can give you, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, young or old, never stop living, and always make yourself go to different heights. Get out of your comfort zone, and don't be something that you're not. And always, in every day that you can, before you enter anything that's important, like I said, whether negative or positive, play out that scenario. And when you find yourself doing that, when you take the time to do that, and of course this is a process, this happens over time. You have to study yourself. You have to, read books on different things about the human mind, and always look to focus on yourself. Don't find yourself trying to look at everybody else, because the more you learn about yourself, you will learn about others, and you will see why why certain individuals or things or entities, because it's not always about people. It's about anything that you might encounter that you don't understand or overstand. That's when playing out scenarios comes into play, and you will have many victories, ladies and gentlemen, doing this. And playing out scenarios is the same thing as meditating, stepping back. I always give that quote, you can't see the elephant if you're standing too close. See, I just rhymed again. I told y'all I do that. And you'll just see those many great ideas and great ways to solve problems manifest when you play out scenarios. I guarantee it, because I've done this time and time again. And what is the key to playing out scenarios, ladies and gentlemen? Results. That's the whole reason you go through the hard work and the challenges and the getting out of your comfort zone and stepping out. That comes from playing out scenarios and getting results. Like I said, results will it will empower you, and you will know how to attack so-called problems, because I say challenges. And again, that's something else that I've learned from great brothers and great sisters. So if you know you're doing right, which I always say, the great creator always protect the righteous. You can't have self-doubt. You can't let weakness even get nowhere near your psyche. Always pay attention to your psyche, and pay attention to those that you love around you, close to you, to their psyche, because we have to interact. We're going to interact. We go to the grocery store, we work, we have family, sometimes we have to help one another. So even though we take those times of solitude, we also have to connect with one another, because again, like I've said many other times, not all of us are on that level of self-awareness. So we have to help one another, whether it's a positive word by any means. I don't care what it is, as long as it's positive. If it's through a song, if it's through writing, if it's through text to someone and tell them you love them, or ask them how they're doing, a phone call, supporting someone that's building a business, liking on a photo and saying, hey, I like your picture. Just, you never know. Words are powerful, and you never know what an individual is going through in their lives. That's why I say it's always important to put out positive energy, because you never know who you're affecting and who you're touching. And if you stay pure within yourself, within our heart, brothers and sisters, you'll save lives out there, and you will encourage others to play out scenarios. And even when it comes to this, podcasting and doing videos, when I do my podcast, when I do my music, I never just jump and do it. One must, go into thyself and manifest it, and really think about what I want to say and what I want to do and how I want to convey my message. Because I want to that's why I like, so I do write, and I am working on a book, which is called Unlocking the Vault. And I'm up to, I think, page 6. I'm at the end of page 6, and I'm working on page 7. So that's why I haven't, because I got a part 1 and a part 2 of my book, Unlocking the Vault, right here on my YouTube channel, if you're interested and you want to see. And I will be speaking more on it, but I have other accountabilities, I have children and work, and so I try to squeeze all that in, but I still write in it from time to time. And I also had another book I had mentioned that I was going to read also, and I'll be doing that momentarily. But while I'm working on that, and I'm balancing myself and helping balance those around me, whether it's physical, physical and or mental, or if it's verbal. Either or, the power of Malcolm X, by any means necessary, if it's spiritual, real, natural, and genuine from the heart, and you don't have any bad intentions. Because when it comes to the law of attraction, my brothers and sisters, you can't have any bad intentions. None whatsoever. You have to filter out your mind. You can't have unwanted thoughts in your mind. It's not going to work with the law of attraction. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen? And this still ties into playing out scenarios, because playing out scenarios helps you, is a big key component to the law of attraction. Because I study law of attraction, and it's very important in life, in walking a righteous walk. And why is it important to not have wrong things? Because it can hinder you. And if you're not real with your spirit, others will be able to detect it. Some won't, but there's always one that will. So that's why we have to be as natural and pure as we can possibly be. And another reason we have to be pure in our thoughts, our actions, and our spirits, because the universe will draw it out of you. I don't care how you try to hide your bad intentions. If you're not playing out scenarios and walking through life willy-nilly, the universe is always watching, and always, because we came from the universe. So the universe, Mother Nature, knows everything about us. So there's nothing we can hide. So any bad energy we have, it's going to come out. It's just a matter of time. It'll come out in an argument. It'll come out in a mistaken speech. Maybe something you did in front of someone you don't notice. So that's why it's very important to watch our thoughts. And this takes studying ourselves and being patient and observing and taking time, and not always so quick to react to certain things. When you play out scenarios, you'll finally learn what to respond to and what not respond to. Something I say a lot. Learn what to respond to and what not to respond to. And especially if you're connected to children and have family. You have to protect your energy. If you're not strong, the family is only strong is the strongest link, or the family is only weak is the weakest link. So to be that leader, that soldier or soldierette, salute, because it's my brothers and my sisters in that household. Learn to teach yourself how to play out scenarios in everything. And again, I'll say it one more time, no matter whether it's negative or positive, because I don't want things to always seem like it's negative. But but definitely when it's a challenge, but those are the most deeper times and the most challenging times when you do have to play out scenarios, especially when it's dealing with children. And if it is something that you anticipate that might be bad, play out that scenario. And you're approaching something positive, if you're getting ready to do something important, play out that scenario too, so you'll know every angle and every outcome. And you will find yourself winning, so to speak, even though I don't believe in winning or losing. But winning as far as you protecting your spirit, your psyche, yourself, and your family. And keep striving to be in your higher self. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about for all us soldiers and soldierettes. Salute is to be in our higher self at all times. Not sometimes, at all times. Even though we make mistakes. When we make that mistake, step back, analyze ourselves. Don't respond. Play out that scenario. And you will find yourself more than not saving your own life and those, at least waking up those that are around you. So never stop being positive, and always keep playing out that scenario on your life and things that you're entering into. Always play out every angle. And I always will mention, never forget to have fun. You know, we can be deep, we can balance all these things. You know, I've got videos on here. You'll see me interacting with the family and the children. I'm actually pretty silly, but I also have a deep side that has, accumulated a wise way of thinking throughout my life. So on certain things, I don't play no games on, and I stand firm on, especially when it comes to reaching people and encouraging those and lifting those up. I take that very serious, because I will always acknowledge that I've had a lot of people within my biological family and outside my biological family that has helped a brother and lift a brother up, because none of us has done everything by ourselves. So that's what led me to do what I'm doing now. I'm giving back, whether it's positive word, physical, music, by action, whatever I gotta do. I'm in the trenches, doing what one's supposed to do, passing the baton to any brother and sister that deem to keep their soul lifted and protected. And like I said, there's one great way that we all can protect our soul and our spirit, and that's play out every scenario in every situation, and you will break through. You will overcome any obstacle. Obstacle won't mean nothing to you. You'll blow away any storm. Storms will be scared of you. You know, certain entities, individuals, things around you, it'll get near you, but it won't touch you. Because why? You play out that scenario, and you know what the outcome, whether it's negative or positive. Remember that. Always play out scenarios, and your life will always be safe. And those connected to you, theirs will be safe too. And that's my positive word, and that's my real word. Or should I say my positive thought and my real thought. So stay strong. Let nothing in this life ever knock you back. And I always show honor to those that show honor to me. And even those that I haven't spoke to in a while, or maybe some video I haven't listened to, my brother, my sister, you will always be in my spirit. No matter, because I judge no one. Judge no one, thy not be judged. Judging, jealousy, envy, none of that is in my system. I can't hate because love won't let me. One has been down and out, and I know what that's like. So that's why my great creator has put that fire in me to put it into you, brothers and sisters. And let nothing on the outside, where this media, what someone says, the news, pay attention to your psyche, your health, and your family's health, and your children, and those that are around you. Focus on that, and you will see yourself having many victories. And never forget to play out those scenarios, and your life will always be safe. And may the great creator protect us all from ourselves, for ourselves. And to my biological family, the mothers and the dads, to my children, my children's moms, brothers and sisters, may you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. 1.